Okay, today I want to look at these new Lego Gi Joe sets. I saw these on the internet and they look pretty cool. I'll show you the box. So it looks like the traditional box, like the old Gi Joe boxes, which is awesome. Everybody's talking about how cool the boxes look, and compatible with other brands. So it's pretty much like Lego. Works with Lego. Construction set, 150 pieces, gigantic box. And then you look at the back, and the other ones don't look that interesting. Surveillance Patrol, Ninja Speed Cycle, Ninja Commando, Sky Striker. Kind of looks like a Sky Striker, but and it's Forever Clever. Never heard of that. Hasbro, you've heard of, but Forever Clever, I've never heard of. Brick stuff being done by them. But I thought this one looked cool because it looked like the guys could fit in it. Comes with Snow Job and maybe Snake Eyes Ninja winter suit, so seemed cool. And again, the box is like pretty neat. It definitely does a good job advertising. So I built it, and it was a bit smaller than I thought it was going to be. It was kind of tiny compared to the box. Like, you look at the size of the box and you expect like, whoa, it's going to be huge, but it's a bit smaller than you'd expect. But if you know Lego, these are pretty much minifigure size. You could figure out like, yeah, it's going to be like, that's almost life size, I guess. Yeah, it is pretty much like life size. So, that seemed like not too much of a disappointment. I thought it'd be a little bigger, but not too bad. And then the vehicle itself, like, I put together with my son. He kind of helped, started it, but then didn't finish it with me, and I finished it off. And I think it looks really good. Like, if we put it here next to the real Gi Joe toy it's based on, you can see it's got most of the features. So it's got the missile rack with the 4 missiles. It just goes up and down. This doesn't rotate, but that's still pretty cool. It's got like side missiles. They're not like the the Snowcat ones had these cool skis on them, so you could like slide them through the snow, or that's what they're supposed to do. But these are just kind of missiles with a sticker on them, and you can kind of see like the stickers don't stick that great here, but in the other places where it's flat, they look pretty good. Like that Gi Joe sticker there looks pretty good, and the one on the front, looks nice and stuff like that. So you have that, and then the cockpit. In the old school one, you had the 2 seats. So this only has 1 seat, but that's pretty standard for Lego. Most of their cars don't fit, like 2 people side by side. It's usually like 1 seat, so they can fit on the road plates and stuff like that. Because I used to be a big fan of Lego. I loved it when I was a kid. I still have my Lego, a bunch of my Legos, almost all of them from when I was a kid, like the old space sets and things like that. So I was excited. I got back into playing with Lego when my kids got it. We get like Star Wars kits and Marvel kits and things like that, and start playing with those. But they never had Gi Joe kits. I've seen there's like Creo kits, which I never got. I wasn't collecting when those came out, so I've never seen those. But those look pretty good. So I saw these and figured, yeah, I want to pick this up. So I think the tracks are pretty nice. Like it spins pretty well. And two, you got to judge this all on the price. So I got this for, I think it was $10. Where's the price? It's not on this one anymore. I might have taken it off, but I think it was $9.99, and I got it at a place called Marshall's, which is like, I think of it as more like a discount clothing store. But then I got this one too. This was $14.99. This was like a bigger set. The Rattler. I'm a huge fan. I love the Rattler, so I had to get this. And just for the box, it's like pretty amazing. It's got like a handle. So I don't know if you're familiar with the old like Godakin toys. Maybe I'll throw up a picture of those. Oh, that sucks. but it's got a handle on it, so it just reminds me of those like premium kind of toys where you could carry it around with the handle. That's not a good sign, is it? But the box is really neat. The disappointing thing is when you see this and you see the cockpit, like there's no way a guy fits in there, especially no way the guy fits in the turret there. This reminds me of the old Legos, kind of like in the 70s, like pre-minifigs, when, you know, you'd get a car and it would just have clear bricks for the windshield, or clear, you know, bricks for everything, and there was no guys that would go into it. But I just got it because, you know, it was there and it's 14 bucks. And, you know, these minifigures look kind of cool. You know, get Destro, Cobra Commander, and some little henchmen there, dudes. And then I thought the Fang looked decent, like it might fit a guy. I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't fit a guy. And then the Hiss, the guns on those didn't look too amazing, but it looked like it could fit a guy too. So I didn't see those though. I just saw this one. I saw the Night Raven, the Sky Striker combo, I think it is, and I gave that to a friend because he's into Lego and he thought the Gi Joe Lego sets were cool, so I just gave that to him. This just surprised him with that. But yeah, I kept these two, and I wanted to build this because I was excited about it. So you can see it, you know, it rolls not so great, but it moves, and that's pretty cool. The way you build these, you have to like push these onto these things, and the instructions, I should get those out and show you those. Let's see. They're definitely not Lego quality, but nothing really is. But if you've gotten some like Cobi or something, they're better than this. These can be a little confusing. It's not really clear like which way you go. I guess, you know, you just go 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But then they're doing kind of stuff off on the side, and it's kind of not sure what's going on. But the way that they go with the bluish, you know, and the white lighter part is the new part, and they tell you, you know, what to expect to use in the next part of the build. It's pretty good. But the way these go on, they kind of like snap on the wheels, and one I had to like clean out with an X-Acto blade to get it to spin, you know, to spin well. But that wasn't too bad. Yeah, you can get an idea of the build here. But it was fun. It was cool to, you know, put together like a Gi Joe Lego set. You know, I was joking around. It's like, you know, you got your chocolate, my peanut butter and your chocolate. It's like you got your Gi Joes in my Lego, and my Lego in your Gi Joes. It's like two awesome things going together. So here you can see Snow Job. Not sure why he's in a gray outfit. They probably just had a lot of gray plastic, or it was cheaper, so they used that instead of the white. And then I guess this is his buddy. I'm just saying it's like Snake Eyes because he's got the kind of ninja face. Let me make sure that's on the camera. Yeah, but he's got like a windscreen, you know, almost like he's a motorcycle guy or something. Not sure. But let's compare those to some other like minifig dudes. So you can see like Lego just has like much nicer like prints, like this like Star Wars dude versus him, and you know, here's more like an army kind of person. My kids mix and match these, so I don't know what this is. I think this might have been like a Moon of Endor kind of guy, maybe from Star Wars. But, you know, the detail's just much nicer. And this is just black on the gray. No other colors, where, you know, with Lego you'll get a better print. But can I get his head out of there? I don't know if I can get his head out. But what's cool is they actually do stay together, which is kind of nice. I got some other guys, like some, I've gotten these Lego dudes from different companies. They're not really Lego guys, but these are like these Special Forces guys I just randomly got off eBay, and they tend to like come apart here. Like they don't stay together as well, but they look pretty awesome. And they've got like tactical gear and all that kind of stuff. And then this is a Cobi guy. Cobi's like this Polish company that makes Lego tanks, you know, pretty much makes Lego tanks. But their guys look like kind of weird, like little, I don't know, they look like demonic or something. But, you know, you can just toss these guys and use different minifigs. So I've got these guys, which I think these look pretty good. But I will say these new Joe guys stick together. Here he is with an alien. If you want to do your Gi Joe alien battles, it's crazy what you can get with Legos. Like, you can get pretty much anything. But yeah, here's another the Cobi figures, like a Russian guy. So you can see him up next to it. Their prints are pretty simple too, but their quality of bricks is better. I'd say the bricks on these, just having trouble like keeping them together and, you know, not being too tight. This is I think it's a Lav, like the Marine transport that I got. That's a Cobi set, which is really nice. You can see how, like, you know, it's got nice no studs kind of construction, and this dude's kind of cool. I think he's just like some Russian tanker I got, who I thought would look cool in that. And I did have to modify this. Like, I made it so you can put dudes into there, and when you build the set according to Cobi like instructions, it's all filled with plates, so it's kind of useless. But I wanted to be able to like throw some guys in there. But this is really nice. The thing is with the Cobi set though, you can see this is like way out of scale. Like the Gi Joe stuff is still, or this new Gi Joe stuff, it kind of looks more like in scale, like the way you know, Joe. I only have this guy sitting around, but like, you know, like a Joe. This is a 4-inch guy, but not 3 3/4, but you know, the scale he is to that is kind of more in line with this, where this thing is just like out of scale. Like maybe the turret's in scale, but you can see this thing's like gigantic. Like there's no way a Lav is like, you know, 2x, 3 times the height of a guy. Like it should be a much smaller kind of thing. If you go to websites like Brickmania or something like that, they make Lav type, you know, like armor transports and things like that are much more in scale. But this is a beautiful toy. I mean, I've thought of, you know, scaling it down to maybe like 3 wheels and bring the scale down, but maybe that's another maybe project. But the so the overall look of this, let's clear these guys out of the way. The overall look of this is really neat. But the most disappointing thing is that the guys don't fit. Oh, look at that. I think this is like a brick arms. You can get like pretty cool blasters for Lego guys. Anyway, the yeah, I built it and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. You know, unlike the Rattler, the guy couldn't fit in there. And you can't fit the you can't close this. And I was like, oh man, like you know, if they just had another row of bricks, I was like, I bet the guy would close. I bet the canopy would close. So I got a bunch of bricks. I dug through our like Lego pile and tried to find the white bricks I could. So I'm going to try to see if I can't get this to work so that the guy fits, and see if it, you know, takes a lot of bricks, because I feel like it'll just take like another brick layer. Like if you pop this off and we just do this, I feel like that'll give us the height. And then too, I found this. I think this is I don't know what it's from. One of my kids like maybe an X-wing or something, but it's kind of nice, like how it's got the printing on it, you know, which gives it kind of more of a feel of a windshield. I mean, this doesn't have anything on it, so, you know, that's not too bad that they didn't do that either. But then you can see the construction of it. It's kind of bizarre. Yeah, these just like pop off, which, you know, they could have done better than that. Let's see though. So we can take these guys off. These off. So that we can, you know, if you leave these smooth pieces, you can't put anything on it. So I don't have so many pieces. This would be good. Yeah, so maybe like something like this. Oops, that sucks. Yeah, and some of the construction's a little like shady, or like, I don't know, like you could have made it a little better to be a little more beefed up. Grab another one of these and put it on this side. Yeah. So there's like a step there. It looks cooler. So if I put something in the front there, that would kind of do it. And this isn't that great. probably want to go back and rework that. Maybe if we took this off, those are so, like, I'd go back and like support all this stuff. Maybe I can do this. Put something across. If I put this across, maybe it'll like hold those up on the front. I think I'm cheating there, like they're going down an extra brick thing or whatever, but it should be okay. This thing keeps flopping, which kind of sucks. And then this, I think I moved up a couple of blocks, so let's do this. We'll do this. There's two of these. Yeah, we had like we have so many bricks, but like, I don't know, nothing's made of like pure white. So I didn't have much stuff. So that's pretty cool. And so I know this guy will fit in there now. Oh, and the seat doesn't hold the guy really well either, but whatever. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Oh, come on, hold down. Well, it kind of holds it down. But that doesn't look too bad. I mean, it doesn't look great. You could fill that in, though, if we did a better job. Or if I did a better job of that. Oh, and you can see the color difference. It looks like the white's a little different in this one. Maybe it's like a little warmer and the Lego's a little cooler, a little more blue in it. But yeah, if they built that up a little bit more, it could have looked a little better. And then it'd be functional. Like, you know, if your kids want to play with it, they could actually like put the guys in there and stuff and, you know, close them. So my son was putting the guy in the back, which was cool. You know, he could ride in the back and like move around and stuff like that. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, so I mean, you know, for $9.99, they're pretty cool. Look at this, you get a timber with snake eyes, and I think I had a sword too. Yeah, give him his sword. So I mean, for $9.99, you get a cool box, and you get some pieces, and you know, this is pretty decent. I think I would definitely, I'm definitely glad I just picked the ones I did, though. I don't think I'll get any more of these just because they're not as functional as I'd like them to be, you know, without the guys being able to go in them. But, you know, I think some people might like just having the minifigures, or might just like having the boxes, or if you really are into, you know, just having all Gi Joe products. It'd be cool and fun to have those. And your kids might get a kick out of just, you know, building these and then kind of mashing them around. But yeah, that's it. You know, looks pretty good. And maybe if you do a mod to it, you know, it could be fun. Like, hey, how can we get this to work? You know, with the figures and stuff like that, and get your other, you know, Legos and stuff and things playing together. Get some Gi Joes going with your Star Wars guys and stuff like that, and have some fun adventures. So yeah, so I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Yo Joe. I had to go get this out of the case. This is the one set I have from when I was a kid that is still like built. It's just awesome. Old school space set. Check this out. Take that off. This opens. It's got like a landing craft. You can drive your guy out. So cool. It's like the C-130 Gi Joe should have had. Or the Chinook helicopter, or any kind of transport. I just love transports. There's something cool about, you know, like another vehicle that carries like troops or other vehicles in it. It's so nice. Yeah, but this is what I grew up on. These blue, so many old blue Legos, and they're changing colors and stuff. But you know, this looks cool with this. Like, this guy could shoot him down with his missiles.